Hi guys, and welcome back to Girls Talk. I know it's been a long time, I know, but we're back now, and today we're back and we're talking about a very important subject. We are talking about anxiety, and I feel like we don't talk enough about anxiety. So before I bring on my special guest, I wanted to kind of talk about what anxiety actually is. Anxiety is a feeling of nervousness, apprehension, a feeling of worry, about uncertain things in the future that may or may not happen. So that's basically what it really is. And it's normal to have those feelings because our bodies are so amazing. It basically protects us from, from danger. And that's what anxiety is. So it's normal to have anxiety on a day-to-day basis. For example, if you're a student, you've got an upcoming exam, or if you're moving house, the stress of it all, or if you're about to start a new job, all these things are normal. So the minute it becomes a disorder is when it affects your day-to-day life. For example, if you're into work, going shopping, stuff like that. There are many factors or triggers why some people might experience anxiety. So I'm just going to read it. So it includes stress, physical condition, genetic background, childhood environment, or hormone imbalance. Okay, so according to the mentalhealth.org, in England, women are almost twice as likely to be diagnosed with anxiety disorders as men. So to help me discuss this topic in more detail, I've invited my sister to come along. She's experienced anxiety in the past, and from time to time she does experience some anxiety attacks. So I've invited her over to talk to us more about how it all started, how she copes and deals with it, and yeah, to just gain more awareness. So if you're someone who suffers from anxiety, hopefully you might find this useful. Or if you're a family member and you're worried about someone who is exhibiting some of these some of these signs, then you may want to share this video with them or get them to seek some help. And also, Chamomile have recently released a course on anxiety, so please, I will urge you guys to head on over there. They've got an expert who will basically talk you through everything. So I will link the video down below, and also the website as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's get my sister on. So welcome, Cherry.
Thank you.
So I feel like it's been a while since you've been on my channel.
Yes, it has actually.
Yeah, so usually we do funny, what do you call it? What do we normally do?
Challenges.
Yeah, challenges, yeah. That's the word I forgot already. Yeah, so we usually do funny challenges on the channel, but today we're doing something much more serious. So it feels like,
yeah.
So how do you feel about, talking about this subject?
Do you know what? Actually, to be honest with you, thank you for doing this, because actually I can't feel the emotions right now.
Oh, don't get me started.
So basically, I am so happy to do this, because I feel like
don't get upset.
there's not a lot of like black women or black people, this thing affects a lot of us. Yes, okay, and I just feel like
there's not much more
awareness going on,
and that's the reason why I'm talking about this subject. And you guys may not know this, but I'm actually a qualified counsellor, and in the counselling room I hardly see black people come in to seek help, and because there's that taboo in our culture, and it shouldn't be that case. And even when I worked in a mental health hospital, the majority of clients suffering from mental health are black people. You see, we don't talk about these things, and I feel like in my position with what I'm doing, I want to talk more about it. We're not talking enough about this subject, and a lot of people are suffering from anxiety, depression, all sorts of mental health issues. So Jerry, I'm going to start off with, can you just tell us, how did it all start?
So basically, I'm a hardworking person. I've never, to be honest, I've never suffered from anything before. Like, I've never been through depression or any of those things. So I'll say about 3.5 years ago, I went to bed in the evening. I did the usual, mommy's duties, and put the kids to bed. And then I went to bed, and I realized I could not sleep, and I couldn't breathe. I felt like my chest was really tight. then I started panicking, you know. Then I quickly, you know, when my partner was in the living room, so I quickly went and said, babe, look, I feel I need to go to the ambulance. You know, I can't breathe. You know, he says, okay, then, you know, just take a deep breath. I said, I can't, like, I feel like, you know, I felt like I was going to take my last final breath. That's the way I felt. I felt like, what is going on?
So your chest felt really heavy, didn't it?
I felt really heavy. I felt like, oh my God, you know, what is happening to me? You know, I've never been through such a thing before, you know. So, cut long story short, the ambulance came. They did the usual check, you know, and then lady asked me a few questions in the ambulance, and then she said, okay. She said, listen, she thinks I might be suffering from anxiety, like a panic attack or something, you know. So I said, oh, really? I was quite shocked. Now, like, how? Like, I didn't understand it, you know. So, so obviously I went to the hospital. They did all the checks. They said, well, everything was fine. My pulse was fine. There was nothing wrong. They don't see any signs of anything, you know. So basically, I was diagnosed with anxiety, you know. So I was told, look, you need to, you know, basically, you just need to go home and
take it easy.
Just take it easy, and then obviously there's some medication that they can prescribe. So what I did, me knowing myself, I'm not too quick to jump into. I'm not really a medication kind of person, so I said, okay, then, you know, obviously I was discharged, went home. Then I also had to tell my family, because obviously they were aware I was in the hospital, that kind of thing, you know. So it was. So
what was that like? Telling, you know, our parents, our family, because you know. We're half Nigerian and half Ivorian, and you know, we're Africans basically. So in the African culture, there's this thing where you can't show weakness, you can't show that you are suffering in any way, and anything to do with mental health is seen as someone's doing voodoo or juju, they call it, you know. So what was that like for you too? So
for me, it was, at first I felt, to be honest with you, I was like, how the hell, on my way home, you know, I was thinking myself, okay, how the hell am I going to explain that, first of all, to my partner or to any of my family members? And how do you even come?
Yeah, how do you even say it?
How do you even say it? Because I feel like, okay, if me saying that gonna make people feel like there's something wrong with me, like mentally. But to be honest with you, and I had to, obviously. So I told my mom, you know, I told my partner, and I told my mom, I always say the rest of my family, and immediately I told my mom, said to me, Jerry, come over, come stay over at my place. I said, oh, I said, Mom, no, don't. She said, no, that. She said, Jerry, you need a good rest. And she said, okay, then bring the kids along. And then that's what I did. I packed a few stuff. I was gonna stay for a few days. I ended up staying for like 2 weeks. So I packed a few stuff, you know, went to my mom and did some research, you know, online, trying to find out, you know, the natural way, you know,
So look, I just want to take you back a little bit. You know, when you were in the hospital and they said to you, after all the tests and checks and everything, they said to you, you know what, it's anxiety. What was going through your mind? What did you think?
First of all, I didn't even understand I didn't even know what the meaning of anxiety. I know about anxiety, but I didn't know the depth of it. I didn't know exactly what exactly do they mean by it, because it's like you're giving me a title. I need to understand what, you know. So obviously the gentleman and the doctor in question, you know, it did explain to me, you know, say, listen, it affects people in different ways, like, you know, and he said based on what I've told him, you know, it seems like it's basically because I'm self-employed, you see. So he said like it could be any of those triggers, really, you know. And as a woman, and you know, we women, we like to hold on to things, you know. And knowing me, my work ethic, I'm always constantly doing things. I'm up and down, you know, you know.
And the thing with you in particular, and I always say this to my sister, that she always likes to take on so much, and and you know, she never says, you know what, let me divide this task. Because you want to be a strong woman. And I think also, you know, if you look at it as a black woman, I think as black women, there's this unsaid thing where we're seen as the strong, you know, we're strong, you know, we don't show weakness, we're bold, we're confident, and then it's fine. That's one aspect of us. But then there's another aspect also that, you know, we need a cuddle. We can show that we are weak in that area, or we need some time. We need help. You know, even a superhero needs a day off. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like there's that taboo where, you know, by saying that you have some type of mental health issues, it's as if you're weak.
As if you're weak, or there's
something wrong with you.
You know. You know. And also, just to let you guys know, there are different I mean, there's anxiety and depression. Mine was not depression. I wasn't depressed in anything, you know. I wasn't suicidal, thank God. You know, my mind doesn't even come to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, although sometimes you're like, oh my God, I'm tired. Like, you know, like, what's wrong with me? Like, you know, you're trying to figure out, like, come on, snap out of it.
And for you, mainly, I think, you know, for my own diagnosis, it's mainly stress and also doing too much, you know, overthinking things. And that's the thing, because you think a lot, overthinking things. And the thing with anxiety also is the fear. It's just a fear of the unknown, overthinking and being fearful, because your body's trying to protect you, but sometimes it cannot distinguish what is protecting you from.
That's right.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it could be something that is good for you, but it cannot distinguish if it's good or bad. So instead of you know, trying to allow you to figure that out, it just gets you to climb up, and therefore you're scared, you're worried, you start overthinking. Before you know, you get stuck in this pattern. You know, I've experienced a panic attack before several times, and you know, it kind of mimics that. But one thing I need to point out that anxiety is different for everybody. Everybody experiences it in a different way. Okay. All right. So so like you said, you told mom, and mom said, okay, listen, you know, you need to come over. You need to have a good rest, take it easy. You know. And then, so what did you do because you decided not to take the tablets?
So what I did, first of all, because I've got three kids, I didn't want my eldest daughter. She knew that, you know, I wasn't feeling too good. That, you know, mommy was a bit kind of like down. And they haven't took, because they were quite young. You know, I didn't want to alarm my kids or anything. So I was just trying to be as normal as possible. But, you know, deep down, needing that rest. So I kind of told them, look, mommy's not feeling, mommy needs a lot of rest, you guys. So, you know, just make, so basically I couldn't stand any noise. I just need to be like in a calm environment. And I thank God my mom was so understanding, and I thank God that she actually offered to say, you know what, come over with your kids, come and have a rest there. I'll look after the kids, I'll take them to school too, you know.
So Jerry, so can you tell us what you did to treat your anxiety, or to kind of help you cope?
A day after I was discharged, my sister-in-law's mother called to see how I was, and then she told me that she herself been through that path, and that she suffered from anxiety many years ago, and when she had her twins, and she advised me that I should not take the prescription they give, because what it is, the prescription that is very strong, it makes you really weak, it makes you don't want to do anything. In fact, it makes it worse, basically.
And it can make you very dependent, you know, on it. Obviously that's not the case for everybody, but it can make you dependent. So she advised me I should go through the natural routes, so which I did. So I did my investigation immediately, and then did some few researches, and I went into my closest herbalists, and then I went in there and then told them my diagnosis, and then they were so nice. As soon as you come in, you can feel the you know, it's so relaxed, you know, and it smells so nice and all that. And then she gave me a few options. She thought, okay, these are one of the few best herbs you should take, and then how often I should be taking it, and what I should be doing, you know, while I'm taking them. And then now the key thing also was, while I was taking that, it's very important, you must exercise, do something. It doesn't have to be something, you don't have to go to the gym. If you miss, what I did, I went running around my house. So that's what I did, you know, I just went running for just 5 minutes, just to have my heart rate pumping and my brain and journaling, you know, just to have that. It's a word for the good, endorphin. Because exercise is fantastic, because it releases an endorphin, which is the feel good hormone in your body, and it really helps with distressing.
Exactly. And then so I was given some herbs to use.
Which, what I will do, I will link. I will actually put a list of the type of herbs that you use to help. They
are fantastic.
Now, obviously, you know, you don't have to use what she's used. You can do your own research. But there are certain herbs, like for example, like chamomile tea is really good for, you know, calming and relaxing.
So what I did, I took a couple of herbs which was given to me, and then to drink like 3 times a day. And while I was doing that, so I was also advised to meditate. So basically, I need to listen to relaxation music, you know, that, you know, so which I did, you know, And then I was also given an essential oil, which was a lavender. Oh my god, listen, that lavender is like my, I don't even know what to even say.
That's your thing. She carries it everywhere with her.
Carries it everywhere.
It's always in her
people,
bag.
whether or not you suffer from anxiety or nothing at all, I am telling you, it's one of the things. It's very calming. Just a little drop here, pop on your temples. You feel so calm and relaxed. Yeah, I do.
And I can swear by that because I am scared of flying. So on that recent flight, my daughter Zoe hates flying, so we actually had some lavender oil. We actually took your advice, and it really does help.
So if you're basically it's really good. You know, it's very good. It's very strong as in smell wise. It's not for everyone. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me because I needed it. Do you get what I'm saying? That was like my baby.
So basically, it sounds like you took some herbs. And exercise, that's right, and then you had your essential oil, and also I had to change a little bit my diet, a little bit more, eat and drink a lot of water, and a lot of fruits and veg, because obviously, you know, all these things does help. So just to recap, so what helped you cope better was the fact that obviously you changed your diet, so you increased your fruit and veg, you did your exercise, you took your tea 3 times a day, herbal tea, on top of that essential oil, and then the relaxation music as well.
And then also now key thing is I've done all that, but also I had to accept that I was overwhelmed. You know, my body was shutting down. My body was telling me something, and it's very important because we women were very stubborn. You know, sometimes we live in denial. You know what I'm saying? So just to let you know, I had to now say, you know what, Jerry, from now on I'm going to do the best I can. If I just take a day at a time, that's the word, not a day at a time.
Not to put too much on the plate.
Not too much pressure.
And also the other key thing for me was that it was important. Obviously, me being the counselor, I had to sit her down and actually have a good talk with her. And you know, obviously, I'm sure there's certain things that she probably didn't want to talk to me about or was not really ready to face. But we had a conversation where I basically told her that there are things probably going on in your subconscious that you may or may be aware of, may not be aware of. Sorry, that is going on. So I told her to basically think about what was really going on for her, what was troubling her, because often when we have anxieties, because there is something there that we are not facing, that we're not dealing with. Because when you don't face things, it's like I always use this analogy of imagine when you're boiling water, and the pot is shut, the lid, imagine it's shut, and it's boiling. Eventually, it's gonna overflow. Do you see what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing with us human beings. There are, we go through so much, especially the current climate that we're in at the minute. We're so overwhelmed with so many things. There's so many stresses. You're running after the kids, you're taking care of the home, husband, work, businesses, you name it. So there's so much going on. So often there's so much stress and worry that we don't actually take time to actually digest it all and say, you know what, what's really going on here for me, or where am I going, where am I heading? Or we feel like we can't talk to to people. We don't really express ourselves as much. Yes, we women, we do talk a lot more than men, but often probably we don't talk about the things that really worries us or stresses us. So so I had to have that sit-down conversation with you, and we kind of did find out some of the causes or some of the things that were worrying you that she was not even aware of.
No, I didn't.
So I think it's really key that if you do suffer from anxiety, you can even, if you feel like you're not ready to talk to somebody, write it down. Try and write down, try and trace back and say, okay, what how did this thing start? Because there's a root cause to everything. There's a trigger, there's always something. If it means that you keep a journal about how you feel on a day-to-day basis, what happened, how did that feel, and all that, and slowly you can start to kind of unpin it, unravel it.
And just also mention, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I did I did upload some anxiety thing exercise I did on Kindle. I think you kind of mentioned it before, so I want to try something, and I must admit it did work, but what it did, it kept me busy. So while the music was playing, relaxing me, I just every evening the kids are in bed, I had to have my time. That was like, I swear to God, I have never had my time. My time was like, I'm going to bed and then I just watch a movie until I fall asleep. But not knowing that my body actually needed my time. I need my own personal time, and which was a relaxing environment, you know, just me, just reflecting, you know. And obviously I went through, I uploaded the Kindle exercise. I can't remember the thing, but if I do find the link, I will let her know if you can put it down below or something. It's an exercise, it's great because it helps you to deal with anxiety and figure out what exactly is there.
And then definitely guys, Channel Mom, again, I keep talking about this because they've got some great tips and some exercises also on their website and on the channel. So please be sure to check it out. It's so helpful, honestly. So please don't suffer in silence. It's normal. Don't feel like there's something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. And you're perfect just the way you are. And it doesn't make you less of a mother or a parent if you suffer from anxiety. It's perfectly normal, okay? The fact that, you know, I think you're even a strong person to actually say, you know what, I need some support in this area. We're human beings, you know, we're not superhuman, you know. So there are times, there are areas that we can do with some support, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like the more we talk about this anxiety and mental health in general, the more we can normalize it. And remember also, when we have children also, they internalize these things. So if as parents we don't talk about this and we don't deal with it, what are we teaching our children?
That's right,
Are we saying that there's something wrong with them if they're feeling anxious or if they're feeling depressed, they're feeling down? Of course not. So let's carry on this conversation, guys. Jerry, so do you have any tips, you know, you would like to give to, you know, anyone who's watching who may have some of the symptoms or who may be going through what you went through?
My tip is that, look, you might not even know you have it. I didn't know I had it, you know. I've never suffered from anything before. My thing is, if you do feel like, okay, yeah, you know, you might have anxiety or any other form of mental, you know, illness or something like that, please speak to someone. Speak to a family member, a friend, somebody. I'm telling you, people are going to listen to you, you know, because sometimes we feel like, okay, I'm too ashamed, or I don't want to admit, or no one's going to help me. Talk to somebody. It's important. Remember, this is about your mental health we're talking about, because if you don't do that, it can get worse.
It can get worse. And mental health is just as important as your physical health. It's just as important, because if you have a broken leg, you're not gonna leave it, are you? Or if you got a wound, a cut, if you're bleeding, you're not gonna leave it. And that's the same thing as mental health. You have to look after your mental health. It's just for you to just find a technique, because everyone, like as you've heard from Jerry, with Jerry, she found her own way. Somebody else, it could be some tablets. You know, some people it could just be exercise. You know, and it's important to know the triggers, so you know that, oh wow, okay, once you start seeing some of these signs, then you can say, okay, all right, let me back up a bit, let me get back on my exercise, let me get back onto eating healthy, let me, you know, get onto my herbal tea. You know, everything's in moderation. You know, so it's really, really important.
So you need to find, you know, once you find someone to talk to, and once you start dealing with exactly what is the cause of it, just make sure you look after yourself. Please look after yourself. Put the kids to bed, whether you have children or not children, you're a young person or an adult or wherever you are. Find time for yourself. Basically, you have to change your lifestyle. Your lifestyle has to change. Basically, maybe you used to go to bed late. Now that time's gonna go to 9 o'clock now, or 10 or something. Change your lifestyle. That is the main thing. And look after yourself.
So guys, as you can hear, we are very, very passionate about this subject, you know. Again, I'll leave some links below for anyone who's suffering from any mental health issues. It doesn't have to be anxiety. I'll leave Minds, mentalhealth.org and other charities below, and you know, make sure you speak to someone. It doesn't have to be, you know, it could be a friend, a doctor. Just speak to anybody. Just speak it out. A problem shared is a problem halved, okay? And it's okay not to be okay. So guys, look, thank you so much for listening. And Jerry, I just want to thank you for, you know, coming on, you know, sharing, you know, because I know this is the first time you actually, you know, and I'm sure something serious, and I'm sure some of our friends may be surprised to actually hear about this, but I just want to thank you so much. You are so brave, and I'm so proud of you, big sister. And so guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please, you know, comment below and share your own experiences with us. I would love to hear, you know, if you suffer from anxiety, or if you know someone. Let's talk. Let's keep this conversation going. So thank you as always, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.